Can you please introduce yourself?
My name's Jay.
Jay?
Yeah.
Put the headphones on. How old are you, Jay?
29.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Smyrna, Delaware. I've been here like probably 5 years now.
Okay, shout out Delaware, we out there. Let's do a little throwback. Tell us about your childhood. What was it like?
I had a good childhood. I honestly should have never ended up the way I am. I don't know where I took a turn. But my mom and dad are awesome. They're very supportive. I just ended up going the wrong way, and I try to stay away because I feel like I'm more of an interference with their life. My dad works still to this day, busts his ass, works hard as he can to take care of us. They never done a drug in their life, don't even smoke cigarettes. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. They're doing awesome. Actually, my youngest sister just had a baby. My other sister, she has her son, and then my brother's gonna have another baby. So, but yeah, I grew up in a small town, and one day I just ended up, I had a car and I was driving back and forth here. My car got towed here and I ended up stuck here, so.
Do you have any favorite childhood memories?
Just, I was lucky enough, my dad wasn't really around, so who I call my dad is my stepdad, and like his family, just, growing up and being with my grandmother, my grandfather, and my dad, I had a good life.
That's great to hear. Let's go in school, middle school and high school. What type of student were you?
Oh, I was very intelligent. It's unfortunate, but I did great in school. I did band, I did sports, I did everything there was to do, and I always was good at it. So. Even till this day, I did a year in jail not too long ago, and when I was younger, I got kicked out of school at one point, so I decided to go back to school. And even when I went back to school, even till this day, my scores were so high, I earned college credits when I did my GED and everything. So initially, it was just the people I was hanging around. And it started off with small stuff and, going out to party every night. I was dating an older guy, and, we were going out drinking and doing pills. First it was drinking and smoking weed, and then it turned into doing pills. And then, one of my best friends comes up and they're like, hey, try this, it's cheaper, you can do less, it's not as expensive as the pills. And, it started from there. And the first time I did it, I didn't even like it. I hated it. And then, for some reason, it just never ended because it's what everybody around me was doing. And here I am years and years later, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What drugs are you currently struggling with?
The trank and the fentanyl, of course. You see I'm all scarred up, and crack is really, since I've gotten shot, I've gotten a lot worse because I find it a lot harder to cope every day, and then along with, I don't see my kids, so.
Let's talk about the situation when you got shot. If you don't mind educating us so that way we can know.
I know it's hard to believe. Everybody's always like, oh, you robbed somebody, you did this, you did that. I did absolutely nothing. It was me and my boyfriend. I used to live in West Philly. And this actually just happened. I think it's been 2 years now. I woke up, I was at home. Me and him decided to go out. We got dressed, we left the house, we were walking down the street. I asked him to light a cigarette. He lights a cigarette, I asked him to give me a short. He smokes the whole cigarette, as usual. So I asked him, and we're bickering back and forth and light another cigarette. And not an argument, we're more bickering back and forth. I hear a man from behind us tell us to shut the fuck up.
Oh, he working.
So I'm trying to figure out, I'm turning around and look, it's this taller black guy. He's got 2 kids with him. He's going in his house with his wife. And my boyfriend's like, who's he talking to? And I said, I guess me. The guy's like, oh, I'm talking to both you motherfuckers. We're confused. We've never seen a guy in our life. Him and my boyfriend get to arguing. We all get to arguing. He tells us, oh, you pussy ass white boy, I'm gonna shoot you in your face. My man's like, I bet you will. I bet you won't fight me. Argue continues from there. He didn't want to fight. He goes in the house. Argument's over. We leave. 5 minutes later, we're rounding the corner of 59th and Market, and I hear pussy ass fucking white boy from way far behind us. I turn around and look. He done went in the house, put on a black hoodie. He's walking way far down behind us, back on the block. I'm like, yo, let's hurry up, because I don't know what this guy's getting ready to do. Now, my thoughts were that, if he was going to shoot us, I thought he was probably going to do it in the dark where there was nobody at. So we were out of that point, thank God. So I was just like, if we hurry up and get to the train, we might be all right. No, we got almost to the train. We got right out in front of everybody, right on camera, bro, like right in front of everybody. And unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention, and I was looking at the ground. I'm very clumsy. I trip over everything, as I'm going to tell you. And I'm looking at the ground, and I hear a gunshot go off, and I hear my boyfriend scream. So I go to run. Well, when I went to run, of course I tripped. So meanwhile, he was shooting my boyfriend. He shot him 8 times. The first one hit him in the arm. He got 5 in the stomach, 1 in the hip, 1 in the neck. He finally fell when he got hit. The last one hit him in the hip. He finally fell. When I fell, I tripped. I'm like praying. I fell behind orange barrier, and I was like praying. I was like, I hope this guy thinks I got away. You know what I mean? Little did I know he came from in front of us. So he seen me. He came right over to me, and all I remember seeing is I fell forward. So I look up, and he walks towards me, and he raises the gun up to my face, and he shot. And then he put the gun away and walked away like it was nothing. Like somebody would have had more emotion putting down a dog. Yeah. So, and he just walked away like it was nothing, and they never caught him. He's on camera walking. They seen the whole. What happened was he realized he couldn't catch up, so he cut down a back street and came running up from in front of us to surprise us. So, the whole time I was running forward and thought he came from behind us, I was running towards him. You know what I mean? So, I got hit in the chest here. Thank God I didn't. I don't know how. To this day, I cannot tell you how I did not get hit in the head. I cannot tell you, because, obviously it missed and went past my face and hit my chest. I got hit here. I got hit in the armpit, and it ricocheted down to my elbow. I got hit in the lung. My ribs got shattered. I still have a bullet lodged in my arm. My man, he ended up pretty fucked up. He was in the ICU. He's still alive. We don't talk, but I assume he's doing okay. It was very traumatic, and yeah, I'm still in a lot of pain, and I still have a lot of issues, and I left the hospital like a dummy. And yeah, and I was too sick. I couldn't take it, and because of that, my lungs stayed collapsed. I had a permanent collapse on the right side. I also have an overproduction of scar tissue in the right side of my lung. So I constantly feel like I can't breathe. You know what I mean? So then with this heat, it's horrible.
Yeah, that's traumatizing. You are a warrior and you're still alive for a reason. Because people get shot one time and they aspire.
Oh yeah, yesterday there was a shooting right in front of me. So
where?
Needle Park. I tell my friend all the time. My friend stays there. He has a tent there. tell them all the time, I do not want to go to Newton Park. I don't go there. People think I'm crazy because I stand around Allegheny all day. I'll stand around Allegheny all day. You know why? Because Allegheny, if you ain't doing nothing and you ain't hanging around nobody you ain't supposed to be hanging around, usually you're alright. You might catch a stray once in a while standing around people that got some bullshit with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you hang around the right people, you ain't got shit to worry about mostly. But Needle Park, you got everybody sitting everywhere. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's too crowded. It's too much going on. And then you got all them people that trap right there in them little cuts. And they're all young bulls. And, you know, they're ready to shoot anybody or anything. Speaking of what happened yesterday, the white guy stole some drugs from the black guy. And, you know, he said, fuck that. And you ain't going to steal from me. He went right and got a gun and came right back. Luckily, the guy's okay. He got grazed right here. Yeah.
Kensington is a war zone, dangerous
I
place
lost
to
a
be.
friend yesterday as well.
Tell us.
Shout out to my friend. Well, as far as we know, the update says that he's no longer here. He got stabbed yesterday 10 times.
In Kensington?
At this train station.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's always bad news coming from that place. Hopefully things change with this new mayor that's coming in November.
I hope so, because that was a really good guy and it was all over something really stupid that could have been prevented. And like, not that, you know, not all septic cops are bad. But, and I feel like I'm partially in the wrong too, because we all seen it coming. And we didn't take it seriously, and the cops should have took it seriously. They know what they do up there. They know they do the $2 swipe thing, and they let it rock because they know we need the money. But at the same time, that's what he lost his life over.
Over $2?
Over $2 over an argument.
Wow, scary.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry you had all those heartaches in your life. You know, if the drugs don't get you, the lifestyle's going to get you, you know? So let's go back to fentanyl. Tell me about your first experience with it. What was it like?
I don't even remember my first time getting it. Like, it was heroin before. Like I said, the first time I did it when I was younger, it was something, I was drunk, I was already drinking on top of it, I sniffed some, I hated it, it made me sick, it made me throw up, I went right to sleep, hated it, for some reason kept doing it. As time went on, I think this was back when I was like 15 when I tried it, probably about 17, I had a boyfriend, he was a little older than me, and he was shooting it. I figured I'd give it a try like a dumbass. So, you know, that's where I started from there, and I've been shooting it ever since. I think maybe, I'm gonna say maybe I'll say five years is when it started. They started putting the fentanyl in the drugs, and then it slowly started to switch over from being heroin to being other shit, to being fentanyl, and then now it's just fentanyl and tranq, and now it's like, I've done drugs since I was 17 years old, like I just told you. Just this year is when I started, like, how the whatever they're putting in it is literally burning us from the inside out. And what I don't understand is how a lot of us personally know more about it than the healthcare system does. You know what I mean? Like, real shit, they're covering all these wounds, which when they're bad, you gotta cover them because you're around everybody. But at the same time, for healing, honestly, just leaving them open and letting them rock, like, you see how this one's better? You see how my legs are worse? From covering them. You know what I mean? My boy, he panhandles right here. He's missing his arm.
I know him.
Bill,
I interviewed him. Yeah, that's my guy.
That's my bro.
I know him.
He's an awesome fucking person, but he had to get his arm chopped off.
How does it feel like when you use it? What type of advantage does it give you?
Oh well, as far as like for some reason, like I feel I don't have that like I feel like I can't breathe feeling. You know, I'm more relaxed. I'm not in pain, and I can get more done. Honestly, like I don't know why. I guess because I've done it for so long, but
Okay. And
I have a lot of trouble sleeping. So you know, at night, like a lot of people who know me will tell you, like I'm not one of those you see, you know, around Kensington. Like right now, I'm fine. I'm not dope sick, but I'm not gonna sit here and hit the floor, and you know, I don't do all that during the daytime because I don't want to get robbed. You know what I mean? So that, and I just don't like carrying. I carry myself a certain way. I try to, but nighttime, you know, I do my little shot and I go to sleep because that helps me sleep. That's how I get to sleep.
got you. And what are the negative consequences of fentanyl?
All the holes in my body, the terrible sickness that comes with it. I'm gonna go to the hospital because I have a blood infection. I'm running a fever. My legs are all jacked up. You know, obviously the money you spend on it. And then there's the aspect that, you know, you go in the cop, you can go to jail at any given moment, and it's really ridiculous because, you know, if you think about it, if you're sick like that, you're gonna go cop drugs. They're taking people off the street and taking them to jail where they're not treating them. So you have people, I know people that have died, or that have brothers, siblings, you know, family members that have died in jail because they're not doing anything for these people. They take them, they put them in a cell, they're seasoned, they're having heart attacks, going through this withdrawal. You know, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, they've come out with the PAD program, but then they have, well, if you can't get caught within 24 hours, if you get caught twice, you're not eligible to do it twice. And then you're only eligible to ever do it twice. So if you get caught by strike force twice, it's a wrap. The third time you're going to jail, and that's if they feel nice enough to let you do the program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's I get it.